somewhere I have to do. And as an actor, you go ahead, and I don't really believe in the hero sort of, quote unquote, the hero image, because I don't think I'm the right for that part. That's the only thing I can't play. I can't play a hero. You give me a character, I try and do my best.
When you started off, you said that this was a little surreal for me because obviously you don't come from like a film family. You don't come from a family where you've been born and brought up in the industry. So let's talk about Rahul Sudhir, your little journey. How did this happen? When did you think engineering se acting? How did you think that you want to do this?
Actually, I was pretty confused as an individual. I'll not lie to you. I had no clue what I wanted to do in life, and I clearly knew that people around me are doing engineering, so I should also go for it. People around me started doing a job, I started working. People around me then started wanting to do MBA, so I also prepared for it. Somehow, luckily, while I was sitting on that counseling table, I decided this is not my cup of tea. I don't want to do this. And there came a time in my life I was just wondering. I'm working, I'm doing a job, I get my money, I'm doing well. One more promotion and I'm right there. My parents are thinking about marriage and all the beautiful grandkids they will have. And I'm like, what am I doing? It's not satisfying at all. Why would I want to be in a space? So that's so bothering at the end of the day. And I was like, I have to do something, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I knew kuch to maybe something to do in entertainment, but what? Like I haven't practiced singing for the past 20 odd years, so I can't just go and become a singer. I don't know, so I can't just go and become a dancer. I don't know anything. What do I do then? And somehow I met someone like, bro, you're an actor. What's wrong with you? And and this guy telling this to me, and I'm like, dude, what are you kidding? Like why would you want to make fun of me? I get it, but why would you even call me? He tried to convince me for a while, and one fine day he really got fed up, and he told me कि अब तू देख मेरी बात मान, तू कितनी भी मेहनत कर ले किसी भी डायरेक्शन में, पर तू खाएगा सिर्फ अपनी स्किल की, and that is of a proper performer. So you have to go and perform. Try joining theater, and if you get some clue as to where you stand. So all of that. So that's basically the change of dimension. It took me another couple of years to convince myself, yeah, I can become an actor. And then another couple of years to convince my parents, yeah, I want to leave my job. What do you guys think about this?
Actually, that must be the tough one. That must be the really tough one.
Convincing my father was the toughest job.
Now, what I'm going to do is, before I go on with this, and I have a lot of other questions to ask, when there's so many comments also, I'll take the audience questions also. I have a little game because, winters hai, Bombay mein to utni sardi nahi hai. But one second, let me first check the connection. Guys, can you see us clearly? Because I am getting a little hazy video of Rahul's. Is my connection a problem? Can you guys tell us so that we can fix it before we go on? They can see your dimples. That means my connection would be a problem.
They do.
Guys, are we okay? Is our connection okay so that I go ahead? Okay, they want you to say hi. There's people. Okay, it's good. All right, I got it. People from Sri Lanka, Somalia, Qatar, UK, a lot of people joining. Okay.
Cheers, guys. All do.
Okay, I just heard connection problem.
Rahul's
Blurred
video.
hair. Rahul, what you can do is you can just disconnect and then join back again so that it was clear earlier. It's not anymore.
Okay, let me try.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. We'll just get that connection fixed, and we'll just get Rahul back. Meanwhile, let me also check my Wi-Fi. Yeah. It's fine. So let me add Rahul back. Yeah. Sometimes it happens that, earlier it was clear, but then suddenly it got a little blurred. Yeah, this is fine.
Now is it better?
Fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Abhi bhi, You can hear me and see me clearly, na, Rahul?
I, okay.
Okay, it's still slightly blurred. That's why I was a little.
जियो का नेटवर्क है. Wow. Somebody just put that. Why you don't have to be so mean? You can afford
Okay,
Wi-Fi.
ask him not to marry. Are you getting married?
Unfortunately, I don't think I'm the right guy to get married.
Why do you say that? Come on, people are like waiting. I've got so many messages asking, please Rahul sir से पूछेगा उनको किस तरह की लड़की पसंद है. तो मैं आपसे पूछ रही हूँ.
मिल जाएगी तो बताऊंगा.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is the segment's called sip and spill. Okay, I want you to take a sip. If you have done these instances that I'm narrating to you in your life, this has happened, you just take a sip. Instead of saying I have done it, you take a sip, tell me the kahani behind it. Okay, it's
Okay.
like never have I ever.
Okay.
If you've done it, you take a sip. Thankfully,
Okay.
it's not daru, so you're not getting drunk. It's just coffee.
I.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Take a sip. Take a sip. If you ever felt that Gandhi ji stole your thunder because you never got to celebrate your birthday in school because it was a national holiday.
No, he didn't.
So you felt like the entire nation is celebrating your birthday.
Yeah, I always wanted to believe that.
Hmm.
I'll tell you honestly. As a kid, I was very shy and I don't know, neglected, like ignored.
Hmm.
I
Why is
wasn't.
that?
Yeah. So this was my whole claim to fame that I shared my birthday with Gandhi and Mr. Lal.
Nice. Nice. Always, you obviously have that kind of approach in life. Okay, the second one. Take a sip. If you have ever been hit on by a lady, primarily because of your voice, a person who's not even seen you, but she's hitting on you just because she's hearing you. Tell me an incident. कहानी तो बतानी पड़ेगी.
अरे उसमें कहानी वाले बताने वाला कुछ.
कुछ तो इंटरेस्टिंग हुआ ही होगा ना राहुल. Has to be.
I don't know. There's a friend and he's talking to some girl. Not exactly a girl, a little older. And I don't know. He's in my house and we're having a conversation and suddenly I'm like, "Kiska phone hai?" So that other lady wants to speak to this guy with the voice. Whose voice is that? And I speak to her for 5 minutes, and she's like, "Oh my God, can we catch up? And can we?" I'm like, "Friend of mine, what's wrong with?"
Okay, nice. All right. Again on voice. Take a sip if you've used your voice because you've got to know that it's an asset to impress a girl.
All the time, all the time,
Good.
and all the time. I know where to hit it and how to hit it and what exactly to say and how to say it. I mean, that is how my real acting started with women. I mean,
Ah,
that's how I learned how to. That's girl
nice.
an actor.
Okay, you mentioned singing. You mentioned singing कि 20 साल से तो गाना भी नहीं गाया है, but with the kind of voice you have, I believe you are a good singer. Like I'm taking my chances here. Use that to impress a girl ever?
No, I'm not a singer because if I start singing, it really sounds very incorrect, and I don't, or I have no clue. Then I also, sort of give away the fact that this is not my real voice.
Acha. Okay, one of your fans said that you can sing Dilbar Mere really well. That's why I have plugged this question in specially.
दिल भर
Like
मेरे.
that person, yeah, that person knew the song also. So probably she or he heard you sing that somewhere.
Oh, okay. What am I supposed to do? Sing the song?
Try it. Let's see whether you sing well or not.
Why are you making fun of me? That's
on. I'm impressed by your voice. So,
No, I'll only because you said that.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, this this is very makes me very shy. I don't know how to sing and all, but it's okay. Cool.
Come on, I'll join you. You start.
सोचो कि जब मेरे बारे में तन्हाइयों में गिर जाओगे और भी मेरी परछाइयों में होश खो जाएगा प्यार हो जाएगा दिल भर मेरे कब तक मुझे ऐसे ही तड़पाओगे मैं आग दिल में लगा दूंगा वो कि पल में पिघल जाओ
Okay. Wow. That's my favorite song. Okay. That's one of my favorite songs. That's like, okay. ये तो जरूर होने वाला है. Thank you so much, Rahul. That was good. That was really nice. That was nice. And you're a sport.
I am.
Chalo, next one. The next one is, okay, another funny one. Take a sip. If you truly became a Raja Beta for your parents after you did the show, after your web series. You didn't. You didn't. Come on. Flaunt करने के लिए तो बन ही गए होगे. You did. Oh my God. Now, these are the questions I need to ask, your sister maybe or your mother. How much of Raja Beta did you actually become?
I'll tell you honestly, a TV serial renders you sort of in a space, and not that I'm cribbing about it, but it renders you in a space where you really have a lot of time. And you get so hooked on. I mean, you're spending 12 odd hours of your life with a crew, and by the time you come back, you're very tired. And yeah, I mean, I remember there were days where I wouldn't talk to them for weeks because I was in Jaipur for while I was
Yeah,
shooting that
yeah,
show,
yeah.
and I never would have that kind of time.
Correct,
So once
correct.
a week, I would, otherwise just WhatsApp, hey, I'm fine. I hope you're okay. Yeah, we're also okay. That's just that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But yeah, okay. Now we come to your basketball. Take a sip if you bunked school or your classes just to play basketball. You'll take the entire coffee, you'll sip it.
Finish the coffee with that question because I have to take the biggest sip.
How did you get hooked onto the sport? Basketball of all things.
I don't know. This is 2004, 2005, and my family just shifted to Meerut, and I I really felt out of place, to be honest, and I really didn't make any friends, and it was a new space, new school, and I was not in that. I was I don't know how to describe it. I was very shy, and I was just figured out that I'm 6 feet two because that was the I just had grown a little taller, and yeah, so I made this one friend. His name was Vikrant. I don't know where he is, and he was the only friend from school, and he would come to my place every evening on his scooter with a basketball. And chalo, खेलने चल रहे. Like, what is wrong with this guy? And take me there every day, and slowly I started gaining some interest, and फिर एक tournament खेल लिया, and I realized there are a lot of women who show up watching these basketball players, and there's a lot of kids around. I'm like, this is the sport to play, man.
Yeah.
And the next tournament, and I'm prepared. बारिश हो रही है, school चल रहा है. I don't care. I'm just taking out.
Nice. So like how far have you played? You played the state level? You played
Yeah, so we we started with school basically. First, I played inter, and it was inter college, inter university, and then I played senior national.
Okay. All right.
That was the
Nice.
only one time I played senior national. तुक्के से.
Acha. Take it. Take a sip if you've since you were talking about impressing girls and also basketball was like so take a sip if you've written a love letter in school or college.
No, sorry,
You haven't.
no.
You're probably the only person who's saying that. How can you have not written a love letter?
I told you I don't impress with love letters and mushy things. I impress with who I am.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Take a sip if you've had a crazy, like really crazy fan encounter. When was that?
This was right after Twisted 2.
Okay.
Now I didn't realize how if it is big or not big. This is a couple of days post the release, and you just gone through that entire ordeal of interviews and press conferences, everything.